Daven Sports Combo. I'm your host, Daven. Please like and subscribe and share this video and enjoy the future content ahead. It's everybody. Week 7 is almost here. Thursday night football right around the corner. When a lot of you be viewing this, it'll be Thursday. Recording on a Wednesday. Pumped. This is the hardest week of choices to pick between all these games. There's 15 of them. This is the most difficult I've ever done. This is the least confident I feel about them all, but I'm here to present it to you all. Week 7. Here we go. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati for Thursday Night Football. I'm going with Cincinnati Bengals. I believe in Joe Flacco, which is crazy to say. I think Pittsburgh will have a wake-up call. It's a division game. See how they play out. This is the fight for their season, Cincinnati, right here at their home. This is the fight. And I think Joe's got a good enough chemistry with Chase and Higgins where he trusts them to throw the ball to get the key gains that they need. And hopefully they start using Chase Brown a bit just to get that a little open, make things a little easier, a little less predictable. So we'll see how it goes. A lot in the hill there. I can see everyone picking Pittsburgh. I'm going Cincinnati. And then for the 9:30 game in London, we have Los Angeles Rams playing Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going with Jacksonville with Puka Naguna injury hurt, being big. We'll see. Tutu Atwell might not play. We'll see how that goes. Losing some weapons there. Jacksonville, even though they fly out to London, they've always played in London every year. They know how to acclimate to everything. Hopefully by now, compared to other teams like the Rams have the farthest way to get there. So the most acclimation of jet lag, I assume. So Jacksonville, they should win this game. It's a lot riding on the game. I think it's going to come down to the wire, but I think Jacksonville will pull ahead. Now, for the 1 o'clock games, Philadelphia at Minnesota. I'm going with Minnesota. Sorry, Philadelphia. So far, that whole offense, it's hard to gauge what they will bring to the table every week. Minnesota, I will take Carson Wentz right now against Jalen Hurts. He's got chemistry with Addison. Hopefully they let Addison play a full game. I don't know what that's all about. And Justin Jefferson, we'll see how that rides. Minnesota needs to work on the run game for sure. Philadelphia can easily stop it, and then they become predictable, and I can see it all getting flushed out where Minnesota loses this game. But I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one. And then New England at Tennessee. This is a revenge game for Vrabel, as he was the former head coach for Tennessee. I expect the Patriots to be on their A game. I expect them to win, especially after firing their head coach. I don't see Tennessee forming and getting better after that type of firing. So I'm looking for New England to win this. Drake may continue as they push to be the NFC East division winners. Big stuff there. No one would have guessed that. But New England to win this game. But expect Cam Ward to do a little bit better. But they don't have enough to keep up with New England. Then Carolina and New York Jets. This was a tough one for me. I'm going to go with New York Jets because they're going to win a game for sure. They're not going to go 0-16 like the Lions or Tampa Bay of old. I'm going with the Jets on this one. I can see everyone picking Carolina. Carolina should win this game. Since Jets gave Denver a tough time. Real tough time. And I like them putting in Tyrod Taylor because that opens up the offense. I wish Garrett Wilson was in. So it kind of scares me a little bit, but I think the Jets could pull this away. Carolina, it's hard to gauge with them every week. And then they have Chuba Hubbard coming back, so they're not going to have that Rico Dowdle effect. See how that all works out. He might have some key packages, Rico, but we'll see how that runs out. It's definitely going to be a big Treadwell McMillan game. Look out for that stat line there. And then Miami at Cleveland. This is another tough one. We got the battles of like a lot of bad teams going at each other. Miami at Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland. I'm a big Miami fan. I want them to win for sure. After Tua's press con, I just don't know how this team rallies. I think it's all on the downhill. Tua's definitely a better quarterback than Dylan Gabriel, and usually I go with the quarterback talent. But I think Cleveland's I'm going with the defense of Cleveland is the best in the NFL. And I think that is better than Miami's defense. So I think Tua and their offense, even though it should be better than Cleveland's offense, is going to have a tougher time. And hopefully Cleveland prevails. I think they might get some key gains. If Kushan Judkins gets worked in heavy. I can see Jerry Judy having a big day. We'll see how that rides. But I'm going with Cleveland on that one. But Miami should do everything they can to win before it's a fire sale. So we'll see how that rides. And then the Saints at Chicago Bears. I picked Chicago to win. This one I can see the Saints winning though. Spencer Rattler is looking great. Don't be underestimating Spencer Rattler now. But Caleb Williams is looking even better. So I'm going with Chicago. I think they should win. But look for the Saints to rack up some points now against Chicago. We'll see how that rides. It's definitely going to come to the wire. But I'm going to go with the Bears. Also, Dennis Allen as the defensive coordinator for the Bears. It's a former team revenge game. He should know how to play them and work a good enough defensive scheme to get Spencer Rattler a little rattled. So we'll see how that rides. Then we have Las Vegas at Kansas City to rack up our 1 o'clock games. A key division game. I'm going with Kansas City. I just can't see the Raiders winning this, even though they beat Titans. Even if Gentry has a big day, I just don't see Las Vegas winning this. But if they do, that's the start of a comeback. This will be big for them. This will be big. But Kansas City usually has their number, so I'm going to go with Kansas City on this one, especially after beating the Lions. The refs are in their pocket, so I don't know how they would lose a game. And then moving on, we have Indianapolis at Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this was a tough one. Very tough. I'm going with the Chargers, but I'm very scared of that O-line for sure, but I believe their defense is going to get better, surprising enough. And the Colts had a struggle with the Cardinals, so it's hard to gauge what they are right now, even though they have a great record and number one in AFC. But they're going to have those games that they're going to lose. It's coming up. So this is the first of dominoes to happen. I'm going with the Chargers. They had a good win against the Dolphins last second. We'll see how that rides. But I can see the Chargers winning it. But I bet the public goes Indianapolis. So I'm giving you the underdogs of all these, except for the Kansas City game. Then we have the New York Giants at Denver Broncos. I'm going with the Giants on this one. After Denver's showing, I don't know what to believe them after the Jets, but I just blame it on the London sense. And Giants on a roll. They beat the Eagles. They got a little extra time to prepare for this game for Denver. We'll see how it rides. I'm going with the Giants on this one. I think the pass rush won't be as devastating as it was to the Jets, because the Giants might have a little bit of running game, a little more finesse. So we'll see a little bit, a little more scramble from Dart. So we'll see how that rides, but I'm going to go with the Giants on that one. Then we have Green Bay at Arizona. No one's going to believe me on this one. I'm going with Arizona Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett looked real good against the Colts. Real good. They got something cooking over there. I feel like the team's rallying to Brissett because they're done with Murray. He looked better out there than Murray. No matter what, Murray's the scramble goat. But Brissett was looking real good. That's a different team with Brissett at the helm. And I think Green Bay had a tough game against Cincinnati, which they had no business making that tough. They should have won it. But if Arizona stops the run, they got this. But if Josh Jacobs has a day, it's over. So, but I'm going to go Arizona. I think they can stop it. Jonathan Taylor didn't have his best weeks so far. That was the toughest or lowest amount of yards he had was against Arizona. So I'm going with Arizona on this one. And then Washington at Dallas, key rivalry game, big in division game. I can see either or. It's going to be flying out. Washington has a better defense. So hopefully they do better than Dallas. Dallas is going to give up a lot of points. So no matter what, Dak's got to score 35 plus to even make it competitive. So I can see everyone picking Washington. Sorry for the yawn. I can see Washington, but I'm going with Dallas on this one. I think this is a crucial game. If they lose this game, not that the season's over, but it's like, let's start evaluating, like they might be full rebuild. We'll see how it goes. But CeeDee Lamb's coming back. I don't know if it's this game, but he should be around the corner. So hopefully they win this game without him. And then if he's in, that's big too. So we'll see how that all rides. But I'm going with Dallas Cowboys on this one. Then at 8 o'clock Sunday Night Football, Atlanta at San Francisco. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. After their great win against the Buffalo Bills and they couldn't even have more points on the board. It was a step out of bounds, very close to the end zone. I'm going with Atlanta on this. They're on, like, how to say, a hot streak. They're riding on high right now. They're looking good. San Fran's got still the quarterback troubles as they switch between Mac Jones, Brock Purdy's still out, George Kittle's still out. We'll see how the receivers. All of a sudden, Brandon Ayuk's ghosting everything about the Niners on his profile. That's a lot of things happening. So I just like Atlanta being focused, go and win, and they should win this game. So we'll see how that rides. And San Fran, how they played against Tampa Bay last week wasn't the best. So we'll see how it goes. And then they lost Fred Warner. Big loss there on it. So that defense is totally not the defense we know. So I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. Then on a Monday Night Football, we got a doubleheader. Tampa Bay at Detroit. Going with the Lions. Our secondary is probably going to be the worst right now based on lineup, especially with the Brian Branch suspension, Kirby Joseph injury, TA injury. We go down all through the list. Amik Robinson's our top guy. Luckily he's not hurt. So we're using a lot of backups. Rocky Sin is playing, so we'll see how that all rides. So our secondary is really banged up right now. It seems like not a new story. And Ennis Rekeshaw, we still haven't seen him play. So we'll see how this rides. And then that's the Tampa Bay's receiver core is all banged up. So we'll see how this all goes. That's the thing. The key injuries for both teams kind of go hand in hand with each other. If Detroit stops their run, we can stop the pass. Hopefully Hutchinson has a big game. So I'm going with the Lions. But Tampa Bay, I can really see them winning this game. They're very good. Especially everyone's hyping up Baker Mayfield MVP. We'll see how it rides. We just came off a loss, so usually we come up more motivated than ever. Look for St. Brown. Have a big game. Bounce back. And then we have Houston at Seattle for the final Monday night game. Big. Houston, I'm picking them because they're coming off a bye. So they should be more prepared. Talent-wise, honestly, Seattle's got it. Houston's been up and down. But this would be a game. If Houston wins this, we got to start giving them some credit that they're on the bounce back and they're not as bad as we think. But if they lose, I can see everyone bump. But Seattle's a great team. So they lose, they still in that mid-tier, lower tier. But a lot of people view them as low tier. So, I believe in Houston winning this game. I think they have a big shot to win it. Seattle's definitely has a lot riding them. But again, they just slow down Jackson Smith at Jigba, let Cooper Kupp eat you up, AJ Barner, all the rest of the team do, and you stop the run. Houston, you got it. And they have a great defense. So we'll see how it all rides with the bookends. But overall, I'm going to Houston. So all these picks, I'm out of 15, probably not the most popular, but I bet I have the biggest pot at the end of it because I pick in the underdogs on a lot of these other than Kansas City. And I'm going to laugh. That's the one that actually plays out. Las Vegas wins. But we'll see how it rides. Last week, I was 73% correct. It was my best week ever on being correct on these picks. So hopefully it helps you out. We'll see what this week's result is. But this is my least confident. But then also I'm going with wild card. I'm going underdogs, everything like that. So we'll see how it goes. Get you a 15-leg parlay there. Yeah, appreciate you all watching. Love some football. Can't wait for it to start up. Not the biggest fan of the Thursday night matchup out of all the Thursdays we've seen, but it should be entertaining between the two rivals. Hopefully, Joe Flacco actually puts up a fight. So we'll see how that rides. But thank you all again for sharing. Definitely send this to any one of your friends that's big on ASA betting or just focus on these picks and all that stuff. Definitely trying to spread the word. Just trying to show you my analysis as a big Detroit Lions fan from my perspective. So I appreciate everyone watching, and thank you all. It's always a pleasure, and I appreciate everyone that even talks to me about this video. And as a follow-up, it means a lot to me. So thank you again, and I can't stop thanking you. Thank you all, and I'll catch you all later. Peace. Thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, as on my YouTube, I'll be having my recaps on Sundays. On Wednesdays, I'll be having my picks of the week before the games all kick off on Thursdays to start the new NFL week. And then on my Instagram, I'll be having my starts and sits for my fantasy advice for the public. Hopefully, you guys enjoy that. Also, on my Patreon, it's exclusively for fantasy players, dynasty players. I'll have my rankings there for all the free members to see. And then if you have a paid membership, you can ask away, submit your team and league info, as I will help curate and give you advice to help propel you, decrease your odds, in my opinion, to get you to the overall championship, to really make you some big money. So you invest a little bit in me and you increase your odds to win the big pot at the end. Hopefully all my content is there and accessible for you. I also have my Facebook, as I share a lot of content there. Go follow on there. And hopefully, again, like I said, you guys enjoyed this content. I'm very happy about everything I share and having too much fun. Thanks again for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe.